G'day and welcome to Forgotten Tasmania. I'm John Stephenson. In this series I tell stories from the photographs in the Beattie Studio collection. The other day I was messing around and I accidentally made some postcards. Look what I got! So they come in a set of 5 different photographs and the set is $10. They're available on our website now and you'll be able to get them at the tea rooms as well. I'm not sure if I should do a calendar this year. There's a lot of effort goes into it and quite a big financial outlay. But let me know, email me, hit me up in the comments, contact me on social media, whatever. If you want the calendar, let me know, and if enough people want it, well then I'll do another one. I had a trip to Melbourne last week, spent just a little bit over 24 hours there. I really went over to catch up with my old boss because I'd worked for him for 10 years but we'd never actually met face to face, so it was good to see him. And he's my referee for the jobs that I'm applying for, so it's pretty important to touch base with him. I also went to the National Gallery of Victoria, the NGV, to catch up with an exhibition called Civilization, the Way We Are Now. It's an exhibition of photographs from photographers all around the world, and it concentrates on, as it says, people the way that we live today. So it was a really interesting and very varied exhibition. The highlight for me was some photographs by a Tasmanian photographer, Dr. David Stephenson from the University of Tasmania. And although his surname's spelt the same way as mine, we're not related. He's originally from the United States. But a really lovely guy and a fantastic photographer. I really enjoyed seeing his work and lots of other work as well. One of the other things I looked at was a lot of photos were printed on acrylic, and this is something I've seen before, in international exhibitions and things. And acrylic for colour photographs gives a really lovely gloss. The photographs look so much better than just behind glass, and that's certainly something I'm going to be trying with the colour photographs in the Beattie's collection. The only small disappointment of Melbourne, of course, was Michael's Photographic Museum. It's an icon in Melbourne and I go there every time I go to Melbourne, and unfortunately it was closed this time because they'd had some damage to the roof due to some recent storms. So yeah, I did get to stand on the outside of the rope and look into the museum. The lights were off but I was able to have a bit of a look through there, because what I really wanted to see was one of the panorama cameras, and they've got so many different antique cameras there. I'm sure they've got a circuit camera, so I was hanging out to see it but couldn't quite see it through the dark. I'm doing a new release of some photos that are recently digitised, so instead of putting these straight onto the website the moment they're done, I'm going to hold these back and release them as a new release collection. I'm going to announce that at the tea rooms at one of our history nights. So if you come along to the history night in November, you'll be one of the first people to see these newly digitised photos from the collection. What's next for Forgotten Tasmania? Well, I'm going to have a little break from Elizabeth Street and head a little tiny bit out of the city, head up to Cascade Gardens. There's a photo of Cascade Creek and I really want to explore that one and see what that looks like today. So that'll be an interesting break. Catch that one in the next episode. Thank you for everything you do for me, and cheers.